Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of Divine Femininity United, where we come together and we cultivate and develop the divine feminine on the inside of all of us, not just women, not just female, not just woman, but absolutely every last one of us, because we all have both divine masculine and divine feminine on the inside of us. And what we do here is we cultivate that divine feminine on the inside of all of us, okay? So, welcome to another segment of our gathering here. I'm super excited. You all, we had Tuesday off because, as you know, I give grace, y'all. I love to give grace when grace is needed, okay? I like to give a breather after we finish one book and before we go into another book. We're on the Secret series right now. This is the Secret series is a series of 4 different books, okay? Where we are journeying through the first one. We already been through the first one, which is The Secret. I'm quite sure you all have heard about The Secret. The Secret has been out for many years, but for some reason, and I knew about it, I even had the book, right? But for some reason, it didn't I wasn't compelled to read it at the time that I first received it. Let me say that, okay? There's a perfect timing for every single thing that happens in your life. And just because, you have the ability to do something at that time, it may not be the right timing for you. Let me tell you something. Had I read this book when I first heard about it, it would have went over my head. I kid you not, it would have went in one ear and out of the other. I would have read the book as if I was reading a novel or something like that, and just to say I got it done. That's exactly what it would have been. Because spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I was not there at the level of the book. I wasn't at the frequency of that book at that time. Okay, it would have just been another book. I'm so glad that Spirit led me to read this book in this time when it was purposeful and meaningful in my life. Okay, Addie on Clubhouse says it was not the time to receive it. Addie said it's a beautiful book. It is an amazingly beautiful book. Okay, and the most amazing thing about it is that it reveals the secret of life and how you can benefit, and how that secret plays out in your own life, how you have held the secret this whole time and didn't even realize it. That's what I'm saying. Had I read that book then, when I was not there, I was not at the level of and the frequency of the book, I would have missed it. I would have missed it wholeheartedly. Okay. Addie said the journal is good as well. The journal is good as well. Now, I do not have the journal, but I do have the book. For those who do not have the physical book or things like that, I have both the physical and the PDF form. And I always offer the PDF form for those who don't have it and may need it for a very discounted rate. In fact, it's not even a rate for the book. It's really a seed sown into the organization, Divine Femininity United, because it does cost us to do the things that we do. This platform may be free, but we are simultaneously airing on several platforms. And in order for us to do that seamlessly, as we do twice a week, Tuesday and Sunday, it costs for us to do that. Okay. Alrighty. Replay listeners, thank you so very much for coming in and listening to the replay. I did not want to not acknowledge you. I appreciate you for being here and listening when you had the moment to do so. The second book of the Secret series was The Power. Oh my goodness, you all. The Power was just as good as The Secret. It was amazing. It was literally a continuation of revealing the amazingness that is the universe, God, the supreme being, the infinite intelligence, and you. Because everything that the universe is made of, so are you. You understand what I'm saying? So the power we love, and we learned in that book, is love. The power of love. The power of love. In the first book, we learned the law of attraction and the power of magnetism and manifestation and how to manifest. Then we learned about love. Now we're in book 3, which is the magic. Okay. And this is the easiest, fastest way to change your life. According to this book, this is the easiest, fastest way to change your life. Okay. I am super excited. Usually, you all, I do not read through the books at all ahead of you all. I don't read unless I'm reading along with you all. Okay, so when I get a download, or when I get a a nugget that kind of you know burst out at me, I'm definitely going to say something about it, okay? And you all do the same. That's what the chat is there for. That's what the comments are there for you to be able to give your feedback, share your insight, your rhema, whatever popped out at you while we're reading. Please do not hesitate to share, okay? Because listen, it's all about how we glean from one from another, okay? All righty. You all, are you all ready? Are you ready? Because I am super ready, okay? Again, this is Divine Femininity United. I am Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee, and we are journeying through the Secret Series, book series, on book 3, The Magic. Here we go. This is the back cover. For more than 20 centuries, words within a sacred text have mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by almost all who have read them. Only a very few people through history have realized that the words are a riddle, and that once you solve the riddle, once you uncover the mystery, a new world will appear before your eyes. In The Magic, Rhonda Byrne reveals this life changing knowledge in the world. Then, on an incredible 28-day journey, she teaches you how to apply this knowledge in your everyday life, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances. The magic is going to change your entire life. Ooh-wee. Listen here. This is awesome. I'm already excited. Okay, so we're going to scroll through, go past all of the copyright information, go to the dedication. I thought this was really, really sweet. Okay, dedicated to you. This book is dedicated to all of us. She states, may the magic open up a new world for you and bring you joy for your entire existence. That is my intention for you and for the world. That's amazing. I receive it. I receive it. I receive it. We're going to scroll past the acknowledgments and the table of contents, and we are going to the first portion, which is entitled, Do You Believe in Magic? Roald Dahl, a writer, stated, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. That is good, and it's so true. Remember when you were a child and you looked at life in total wonder and awe? Life was magical and exciting, and the smallest things were utterly thrilling to you. You were fascinated by the frost on the grass, a butterfly flittering through the air, or any strange leaf or rock on the ground. You were full of excitement when you lost a tooth, because it meant the tooth fairy would be coming that night, and you would count down the days to the magical night of Christmas, even though you had no idea how Santa Claus could get to every child in the world in one night. Somehow he did it, and he never let you down. Reindeer could fly. There were fairies in the garden. Pets were like people. Toys had personalities. Dreams came true, and you could touch the stars. Your heart was full of joy. Your imagination knew no limits, and you believed that life was magical. There is an exquisite feeling many of us had as children that everything is good, that every day promises more excitement and adventure, and that nothing could ever thwart our joy for the magic of it all. But somehow, as we grew into adults, responsibilities, problems, and difficulties took their toll on us. We became disillusioned, and the magic we once believed in as children faded and disappeared. It's one of the reasons why, as adults, we love to be around children so that we can experience that feeling we've once had, even if it's just for a moment. I am here to tell you that the magic you once believed in is true, and it's the disillusioned adult perspective of life that is false. The magic of life is real, and it's as real as you are. In fact, life can be far more wondrous than you ever thought it was as a child, and more breathtaking. awe-inspiring, and exciting than anything you've ever seen before. When you know what to do to bring forth the magic, you will live the life of your dreams. Then you will wonder how you ever could have given up in believing in magic of life. You may not see reindeer fly, but you will see the things you always wanted appearing before your eyes. And you will see the things you dreamed of for so long suddenly happening. You will never know exactly how everything weaved together for your dreams to come true because magic works in the invisible realm. And that's the most thrilling part. Are you ready to experience the magic again? Are you ready to be filled with awe and wonder every day, like when you were a child? Get ready for the magic. Our adventure begins 2,000 years ago when life changing knowledge was hidden within a sacred text. That's good. I am literally on the edge of my seat, excited. Oh, that's so good. Okay, next section. A great mystery is revealed. Welcome, 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 everyone. Thank you for coming. Okay, the following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, and it has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by many people over the centuries. The passage says, whoever has will to be given more. Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken from him. You have to admit that when you read that passage, it appears unjust, as it seems to be saying that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. But there's a riddle to be solved in this passage, a mystery to uncover. And when you know it, a new world will open up for you. The answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is in one hidden word: gratitude. The passage again states with the word gratitude and replacing some of the words. It says, whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. By the revelation of one hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more. And what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will appear with gratitude in these words are, if you're grateful, you will be given more and you will have an abundance. From the Quran, the promise of gratitude is equally emphatic. It states, and remember when God proclaimed, if you are grateful, I will give you more. But if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe. Mm. It doesn't matter what religion you follow or whether you're religious or not. These words from the Holy Scriptures and the Quran apply to you and your life. They are describing a fundamental law of science and of the universe. That's good. And this is why I say, this is Miss B interjecting. This is why I say often, 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 that even if you have a religious background, right? Whatever the faith is, whatever the focus is, that's great, that's perfect, that's fine. Okay. Again, I say, when it comes down to me, my story, I came into my faith and my awareness through Christianity. Okay. That's what I was born into. That's what most of us, especially of the people of color, that's what we were born into, excuse me. But it was my gateway that led me into a more vast, fuller understanding that extended outside of the four walls of Christianity. Okay. Because Christianity being impactful, being powerful, there are some systems that are in place that I do not agree with and I don't subscribe to anymore, because that's when it's ego driven and all of that stuff. But I don't, this is not the segment for that. I could definitely go into it if I need to. Okay. Now, Essence Evolve on Clubhouse says that was my experience too. Yes. So I entered into, the faith understanding by way of Christianity, by it being a gateway. I went and studied on my own the extended beyond the four walls of Christianity. And that's when I learned so much more. Okay. So the reason I said that is to say this, just like this book here so far has not only highlighted the scripture from the Bible, right? But it also highlighted the Quran. Okay. Now, if you come from a diehard, okay, Christian background like I did, there was no Christian mixing the Christian with the Muslim doctrine at all. For some reason, one just didn't want to, they didn't want to open themselves up because in their minds, it's how we study and what we have and how we teach and what we learn is it, right? It's never it. There is God is the supreme being, the infinite intelligence is so far more vast than we could fathom and understand in our human thinking. We feel that only what we were privy to and what we were exposed to is all there is. There is so much more. Your understanding is a drop in the bucket. If that drop may be too much for what we have an understanding for. Okay, in our physical mind, in our brains. Okay. So it's not until you expand yourself to come to open yourself up to more understandings, which is all that God is. God is all forms. Whatever God says that I am that I am. I am that I am, meaning I am whatever I need to be. It's simply put, I am whatever. Okay. I am all things and nothing at the same time. Okay. Whatever you need me to be, I am. I am that plant on your windowsill. I am your pet. I am that grass that grows faithfully. I am the tree that blows and brings oxygen. I am the wind. I am the sun. I am the rain. I am, I am, I am. I am Christianity. I am Quran. I am Hindu. I am all things. I am all. And I had to become all for you to understand or even have a gateway into understanding more. Now it's up to you, just like the sacred text says, it's up to you to take the open door and walk through and study, as the scriptures say, study to show yourself approved. Don't just go and hang off the limb or the hem of somebody else's garment. You understand what I'm saying? If you came into the understanding by way of an avenue, that's great. But take that understanding and do your own due diligence. Okay? A great friend of mine says, we worship God, not man. Period. So if that person opened up a door and got you into the understanding of whatever faith that you started understanding God in, that's great. But do your own due diligence and continue the journey. Okay? Addie on Addie on Clubhouse, she said, yes. She said, I am jumping up and down like I'm in church. Yes, ma'am, honey. Okay. That's the thing that I have understood because, in my opinion, and this is just me, this is just me, okay? Don't shoot the messenger, all right? I believe that until a minister, a teacher, pastor, whoever who's teaching a flock of people, until they have opened themselves up to understand more, right? Until they open themselves up to understand much more than what they only know, then they are teaching incomplete information. Bottom line. That's just me. Okay. Now Addie wants to come up and speak. I'm gonna let her come up. Okay, Addie. Okay. How are you, hun?
I'm good. I don't know if you finished reading.
Well, I haven't finished the chapter. I usually read through the chapter.
After reading, but let me tell you, I'm jumping up. I am loving it. I'm like, girl, that is what I was talking like.
Yeah,
I don't care about religion. I just want to embody it.
that's right. That's right. That's right. Come.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to
Keep
say,
your
come to the.
water by your environment. Your
Yeah, I was gonna say, come to the mic a little more so we can hear you a little more. Because keep in mind, we're airing on Facebook and YouTube as well, so I want them to hear you as well.
okay. Let me pick up.
Okay.
I said I loved it. Like what you said.
Yeah.
I said I don't care what religion you are,
Yeah.
but I want to embody it. Teach me about your religion and your God
Yes.
by your embodiment,
Yes.
not by what you preach it to me, by your action.
Correct.
And that's what I want to be.
Correct. I totally agree. You shall know them by their fruit. Okay? Their fruit. I want to know you by your fruit, not what your mouth say. Okay? I don't want to know you by how many scriptures you can read by heart. I want to know you by your fruit. Okay? What is tangible? What have you done with the understanding that you have? And on top of that, again, there's nothing that I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm quite sure some people can teach me, okay? But you can only teach me from the limited capacity that you have yourself, okay? I do believe, and a lot of pastors, a lot of teachers, a lot of preachers, they fuss about this on how, Essence Evolve on Clubhouse says, I agree with you on that point. That's expansion, yes. And then she says, yes, that the fruit. Here's the thing, a lot of ministers, they do a lot of fussing at the congregation, especially when the congregation members feel the need that it's time to kind of move on. It's time to transition out of that particular facility or that particular congregation or body or whatever the case, to move on to something more expanded. They see it as an attack, or they see it as offensive, or I can't believe y'all don't understand loyalty and faithfulness. You gotta stay put, and you gotta stay here, and you can't just leave, and this and the third. It's not about loyalty to you. I'm not here for you. I'm not here to be loyal to you. Okay. If I've reached my capacity and what I can gain under your tutelage, okay, then I have to move around and gain greater, larger, more information outside of what you have the capacity to teach me. Okay, say what it is. That's what it is. Your limited understanding of all that God is and supreme being is and infinite intelligence is has caused me to come to a screeching halt in my understanding. So because you have not expanded your understanding, I, under you, can't go higher than you. I can't learn more than you know. That's the bottom line. Okay. It's called the law of the lid. And we're all in the jar. Okay. We're all in the same jar. And our leader is the lid, the cap on the jar. We can't go above the jar lid because the lid is stuck right where the lid is. It's the law of the lid. I want to expand myself. So what you're saying is it's disloyal to try to expand my own self, my own understanding. This is my understanding. This is mine. It belongs to me. Now, if you want to stay right where you are in your understanding, then by all means, it is the free will that's been given to you by God. Have that. Enjoy yourself. But for me, I remain hungry. I remain thirsty for more. And if you don't have more, then I'm going to find more. Period. And you cannot fault anybody else that is going to find more. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. Essence Evolve said, this is awesome alignment, what you're teaching. Thank you so much. I had to do this for myself. I am always going to find more. I remain, and I was talking to that friend of mine about this too. I remain, if you're familiar with the tarot and the order of tarot, I remain in the posture of the Fool, which is the first card 0. I remain in the posture of the Fool. The Fool is upright. The Fool upright, because the Fool in reverse is naive and callous and clumsy and just not thinking and not seeing straight and just going by the seat of their pants. Don't care. Not careful. All of this stuff, right? But the Fool in upright is one that is not tied to anything behind them. They're eager and they're on the guide, following the guidance of their leads, of their guide, of their inner voices, their inner being, higher selves. They're being led. They're not attached to anything. They're steadily on the quest to learn more, to know more, to be exposed to more. And I myself, I remain in a posture of the fool, because when you do that, then you're always, always, always eager and ready. You're in a ready position to learn more than what you already know. Okay? And I am here to tell. I know this may be a hard pill for some people to swallow, but there's more information out there than you know. Okay? You are not the end all be all, I promise. There is way more information out there to be obtained that you don't even have, Mr. or Mrs. Guru. Okay? Continue to open yourself up for more, and you will receive more. You understand? Okay, Essence, come on in. I had to get that off my chest, honey.
Hey, this hello to everybody. This is so awesome. How you are unraveling this, and when you mentioned the fool card, I also thought about the high priestess card as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
As far as unfolding of
The
what hidden
mysteries. Yes.
behind the veil.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're doing, you are just tapping into that.
Ooh.
Even the Bible says, launch out into the deeper
Yes.
things, right?
Yes.
And, you know, I'm just sitting here. I'm in my vehicle because I was listening as I was driving.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm just sitting here, just basking in this because, and I end with saying this, what you're doing, I'm loving it because it's so necessary because there is no one size fit all,
Mm-mm.
and I know you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But at the same token, when you have that thirst to continue your expansion,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh my gosh, this is so big and so grand
Right.
that you thirst for more because you're not only getting understanding, but you're understanding yourself as well.
That's right.
So
That's
thank you for
ooh.
allowing me to share that in this space.
Oh, Essence, thank you, thank you, thank you. You said something right there. You said not only are you learning more, opening yourself up to more universally, but you're learning yourself as well. That is the key. This is why it's very important for the leaders of today. I mean, if you're going to be a leader, come on now, leader. You need to lead properly, not lead from where you are. Lead, elevate yourself to a higher place so that you can continue to lead. The more you elevate yourself in a leader's position, the more you individually level up yourself and increase your vibrations, raise your frequencies, then you will always have the new right now information to give the people that are following you, always. Okay, because as you evolve, so will they, because you'll be teaching constantly from an evolved place. Constantly you would teach from an evolution. Okay, period. But that's the thing that people are not doing. Hope, welcome, honey, welcome, 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 come on in. Hope says the fool takes chances. The fool takes chances. The fool is not scared to go by themselves. If they have to go alone, they will go. Okay, no worries. They don't do attachments. Okay, at all. Essence Evolve said leaders have to expand. It's a must. It's a must. If you're going to lead, if you're going to don the title leader, right? You have to always be in a posture to expand yourself. And I'm not talking about just reinventing yourself once a year. No, I'm talking about every single day being better than you were yesterday and teaching from this newness that you've discovered in your evolution. Because trust, just like you are learning more of the creator of the infinite intelligence, you're all like Essence say, you're also learning more of yourself. The more you learn of yourself, you have to familiarize yourself with the new things of you. You have to do that. That is self-love, self-care. That is you really like, oh man, I didn't know that was in there. I had no idea. And the more it's almost like an adrenaline rush, because the more you uncover the things of the beautiful things of you that were always there. Hello, that were always there. And if you got a good leader, then that leader is helping you to peel back those layers and uncover the authentic true you, and not to just pump and prime them up, but that leader is there to peel your layers back, to introduce you to your highest self, and to help you align yourself with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can be your very best self. That's a leader. That's a leader. You understand what I'm saying? Not just someone who can put their name on the marquee. Somebody that can have a leader celebration, a leader's anniversary. That's that. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? That's when you've taken it from the message to the messenger. I'm not here to bow down to the messenger. I'm here to understand of self from my other self. You understand what I'm saying? That's the thing. And this is the beauty about these teachings. I know we went off on a tangent. We just made it. We didn't even get through, you all, the first portion of this. But it had to be said. It had to be said. Let's just say that. I'm so glad that Addie and Essence, y'all came in and y'all gave your pieces on added to your contribution and things like that, because you drove it home even more. Thank you so very much. Essence Evolve says, that's what is meant to study to show yourself approved, meaning your awareness is expanding. Yes, constantly it's expanding. Okay, here we go. The next section is called It's Universal Law. It's universal law. Gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all the energy in our universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets, like attracts like. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so, whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract to you. If you think, I don't like my job, I haven't gotten enough money, I can't find my perfect partner, I can't pay my bills, I think I'm coming down with something, he or she doesn't appreciate me, I don't get along with my parents, my child is a problem, my life is a mess, or my marriage is a trouble, then you must attract more of those experiences. But if you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job, my family is very supportive, I had the best vacation, I feel amazing today, I got the biggest tax refund ever, or I had a great weekend camping with my son, and you sincerely feel the gratitude, the law of attraction says you must attract more of those things into your life. It works in the same way as metal being drawn to a magnet. Your gratitude is magnetic. And the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is universal law. You will have heard sayings like, whatever goes around comes around. You reap what you sow, you get what you give. Well, all of those sayings are describing the same law. And they're also describing a principle of the universe that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Newton's scientific discoveries included the fundamental laws of motion in the universe, one of which says, every action always has an opposite and equal reaction. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says, every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. This means that the very action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving. And the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, in other words, the more gratitude you give, the more you will receive. That's good. The magic, we're discovering that the magic is gratitude, okay? The next portion says the golden thread of gratitude. The golden thread of gratitude. Dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind, the power of gratitude was preached and practiced, and from there was passed on through the centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. Muhammad said that gratitude for the abundance you received is the best insurance that the abundance will continue. Nice. Buddha said that you have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. Lao Tzu says that if you rejoice in the way things are, the whole world will belong to you. Krishna said that whatever he is offered, he accepts with joy. King David spoke of giving thanks to the whole world for everything between the heavens and the earth. And Jesus said, thank you before he performed each miracle. From the Australian Aborigines to the African Maasai and Zulu, from the American Navajo, Shawnee, and Cherokee to the Tahitians, Eskimo, and Maori. And the practice of gratitude is at the very root of most indigenous traditions. Yes, it is. Okay. Tecumseh, a Shawnee Native American leader, stated, when you arise in the morning, give thanks for the morning light, for your life and strength. Give thanks for your food and the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies within yourself. That's good. Ooh, that's good. History is laden with famous figures who practiced gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who have ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., the Dalai Lama, Leonardo da Vinci, Plato, Shakespeare, Aesop, Blake, Emerson, Dickens, Proust, Descartes, Lincoln, Young, Newton, Einstein, and many, many more. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe. And when asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time thanked other people over 100 times a day for the work they had done. Ooh, wait, that's so good. Because if not for the work that they did, he wouldn't have a foundation to build on and to do what it was that he was able to do. I love that. I love that. Is it any wonder that so many of life's mysteries were revealed to Albert Einstein? Is it any wonder that Albert Einstein had some of the greatest scientific discoveries in history? He practiced gratitude every single day of his life, and in return, he received many forms of abundance. When Isaac Newton was asked how he had achieved the scientific discoveries he made, he said that he stood on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton, recently voted the greatest contributor to science and humankind, was also grateful to those men and women who lived before him. Ancestors, people, ancestors, contemporaries. That's in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Hello, we stand on the shoulders of some amazing people. Okay. The scientists, philosophers, inventors, discoverers, and prophets who practiced gratitude reaped its results, and most were aware of its inherent power. Yet still, gratitude's power is unknown to most people today because to experience the magic of gratitude in your life, you have to practice it. That's good. Yes, you do. Next section, my discovery. My story is a perfect example of what life is like when a person is ignorant of gratitude and what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life. If I had been asked 6 years ago if I was a grateful person, I would have answered, yes, for sure, I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. The truth is, I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant. And just saying the words thank you on odd occasions certainly didn't make me a grateful person. My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances never improved. In trying to keep up with the mounting debt and obligations, I was living with a continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationship swung like a pendulum from fair to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was what While I was what would be termed healthy, okay, I got you. I felt exhausted at the end of each day, and I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illnesses going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends or when I went on vacation, but then the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would sweep over me. I wasn't living, I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck. And I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. But then something happened that would change everything in my life from that day forward. I discovered a secret about life. And as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do was practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt free. And shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationship, work, and health disappeared. And instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after the other. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had had in 20 years. My relationships became much more meaningful, and I enjoyed more times, good times with my family and friends in just a few months than I had in all the previous years. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. The next section, that's beautiful. The next section, bring the magic into your life. Bring the magic into your life. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances, the magic of gratitude will change your entire life. I have received letters from thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely by practicing gratitude. I have seen miracles take place in health where there seemed to be no hope. I've seen marriages saved and broken relationships transform into magnificent relationships. I've seen those in total poverty become prosperous, and I've seen people in depression catapult into joyful and fulfilling lives. Gratitude can magically turn your relationships into joyful and meaningful relationships, no matter what state they are in now. Gratitude can miraculously make you more prosperous so that you have the money you need to do the things you want to do. It will increase your health and bring a level of happiness beyond what you've ever felt before. Gratitude will work its magic to accelerate your career, increase success, and bring about your dream job or whatever it is you want to do. In fact, whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have, gratitude is the way to receive it. The magical power of gratitude turns your life into gold. As you practice gratitude, you will understand why particular things in your life may have gone wrong and why certain things might be missing from your life. As you make gratitude a way of life, you will wake up each morning so excited to be alive. You will find yourself completely in love with life. Everything will seem effortlessly. You will feel as light as a feather and happier than you've ever felt before. While challenges may come, you will know how to overcome them and learn from them. Every day will be magical. Every day will be filled with far more magic than when you were a child. Okay. Next section. Is your life magical? Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you have actually used gratitude in your life. Just take a look at all of the major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationships. The areas of your life that are abundant and wonderful are where you have used gratitude and are experiencing the magic as a result. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to a lack of gratitude. It's a simple fact. When you're not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You've stopped the magic from continuing in your life. When you're not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships. Forgive my dog. more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, and business. To receive, you have to give. It's the law. Gratitude is giving thanks. And without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. The bottom line of ungratefulness is that when we're not grateful, we're taking. We're taking things in our life for granted. When we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result. Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Most certainly, you have been grateful at various times in your life, but to see the magic and cause a radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. The next section, the magic formula. The magic formula. Forgive her. Anybody that she sees rolling past this place, she assumes it's coming for me. Okay. So she's a very protective, the smallest thing in the house, but the most protective of all in the house. I promise you. My goodness. The magic formula. Ibn Khaldun Mukadima. It is a scholar and a statesman. I know I butchered that. It's spelled IBNKHALDOUNALMUQADDIMA. Okay. Lived from 1332 through 1406. They stated, knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Ooh, that's good. One thing I will say about the past scholars, they had some profound wisdom, man. It's like it was so simple, but impactful, powerful. My goodness. And that's the crazy part because the very same wisdoms and nuggets that they gave, it's being recycled lifetime after lifetime, age after age. You know what I'm saying? That same information is being recycled so that we can get it. Like each generation, each age has to get the information. We gotta get it, right? And so those stoics and those philosophers and those teachers and gurus of previous ages, they came to ignite and to stir up and to open up the wisdom and the capacities and all of that of the people during that time. It just so happened that we're here right now in 2023 listening to a quote of someone who lived from 1332 to 1406. Okay, way before my great grandparents were ever alive. You understand what I'm saying? And here it is, we're feeding from the wisdom of that person. Would that person have ever known that they would be giving us wisdom centuries later? You understand what I'm saying? That's a power. That's power. That is power. Okay. So that's also love because the universe thought enough of us to bring it to our path. We receive it and we're hearing it now because we're at the frequency of where this information rested, right? It's never going to come down to where we are. We have to rise to the elevation of where it is. And the fact that it's even being presented to us right now says that we are now at the frequency to receive it. Isn't that beautiful? So congratulations to you. Kudos to you for raising yourself to the frequency to receive good wisdom like this here. Okay. All righty. Here we go. Again, knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic words. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. And first, you must say the magic words. Thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. For your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic in your life, thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. They need to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. The magic formula. Number one, deliberately, deliberately think and say the magic words. Thank you. Number two, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. And number three, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. Newton's law is one for one. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, the faster your life will change. When you discover how little practice it takes, how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, and when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to live. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. Okay. Next section, a magical book. A magical book. John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States, stated, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Mhm. In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed so that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desires and your biggest dreams come true. You will also learn how to practice gratitude to dissolve problems and transform any negative situation. Alchemy, being an alchemist. Magician card. There you go. You will be captivated while you read this life-changing knowledge. But without practicing what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers and the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you impregnate your cells and your subconscious mind with it. I love that. Impregnate your cells and your subconscious mind. Only then will it change your life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. Consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude in a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic that takes place in your life and fast. With each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you dreamed of. The first 12 practices uses the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and for what you've received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you've received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. The next 10 practices use the magical power of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. Through these 10 practices, you will be able to make your dreams come true, and you will see the circumstances of your life magically change. The last 6 practices will take you to a whole new level where you will be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people dissolve problems and improve any negative situations or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each of the practices have been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it's work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go. And then wherever you go, the magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. To ensure that you don't reduce the magic, if you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practices again from there. Some practices are designed for the morning, and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practices will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake up. And I will tell you when to do this. You might want to read the next day's practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to reread the practice again in the morning. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve. And you could do that practice 3 days in a row or every day for a week. Or you could do one magical practice a week or two practices a week. The only practices being that it will take you longer to see the changes in your life. Okay. So that's the risk to do it, I want to say spaced out, to space them out and things like that. Okay. Um, Okay. Now, it says after the 28 days, once you've completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic where and when you have a special need, such as for health or money, or if you want to receive your dream job, you have increased success in your work or improve a relationship. Or to continue the practice of gratitude, you can open this book at random, and whichever practice you open to is the one you attracted. So it's the perfect one to do that day. I like that idea too. At the end of the 28 magical practices, there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. Can you overdo gratitude? Never. Can your life become too magical? Hardly. Use the practices over and over so that gratitude seeps into your consciousness and becomes second nature to you. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain, okay, and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind. And where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situations. Okay. The magic you experience will be your inspiration because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. Okay. Next section. What are your dreams? What are your dreams? Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. Sit down with a computer or pen and paper and make a list of what you really want in every area of your life. Think through every detail in what you want to be, do, or have in your life. In your relationships, careers, finances, health, and every area that is important to you. You can be as specific and detailed as you like. But remember, your job is to simply list what you want, not how you're going to get what you want. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. If you want a better job or a dream job, then think about everything you want the job to be. Think about the things that are important to you, such as the type of work you want to do, how you want to feel in your job, the type of company you want to work for, the kind of people you want to work with, the hours you want to work, where you want to be in your job, where you want your job to be, and the salary you want to receive. Get very clear about what you want in the job by thinking it through thoroughly and writing all the details down. If you want money to educate your children, work out the details of their education, including which school you want your children to attend, the cost of the school fees, books, food, clothing, and transportation, so that you know exactly how much money you will need. If you want to travel, then write down the details of the countries you want to visit, how long you want to travel for, what you want to see and do, where you want to stay, and the means by which you want to travel. If you want a perfect partner, then write down every detail of the characteristics you want that person to have. If you want improved relationships, write down the relationships you want to improve and what you want them to be like. If you want more health or an improved bodily condition, be specific about what ways you want to improve your health or body. If you want a dream home, then list every detail of what you want the home to be, room by room. If there are specific material things you want, like a car, clothes, and or appliances, write them down. If you want to achieve something such as passing an exam, getting a degree, a goal in sports, succeeding as a musician, doctor, writer, actor, scientist, or business person, or whatever it is you would like to achieve, write it down and be as specific as possible. I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. Write down the little things, the big things, or what you want this moment, that this month, or this year. As you think of more things, add them to your list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. An easy way to do a list of what you want to do is to divide it into categories of health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things, and then just add the things you want to each category. When you get clear about the things you want, you are giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life. And you are ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you've ever been on. That is awesome. So we're not even going to go into day one. Day one, I'm going to save for the next time we meet. Now, with this being in mind, I just, like I said, I do not read these books ahead of you all, so I wasn't aware that this method for the most impactful method of receiving, we have to do 28 consecutive days. 28 consecutive days. Okay. I am willing to do 28 consecutive days. I'm willing to go live each day for 28 days, beginning tomorrow. I'm willing to do this. Okay. Now it will be sporadic throughout the day, and I will always air, when, what time I'm going to be airing and things like that, because I do have clients, as I'm a therapist. I do have clients, and I do have mentees and students that I work with throughout the week. I also have classes. I'm working towards a second doctorate, so I have those things in the evening. So there's going to be some different times and things like that. But I am willing to do this process, go through this process for the full 28 days, and the replays will be available for you to listen to, catch up on, and things like that. But I want to get this for me. Okay. And as I get it for me and I record it, then I want you to follow through with on your own as well. But if you can't make it through the sessions and things like that, the 28 consecutive days, then no worries. Get your book. Okay. Get your book. Again, I do not introduce any book to the collective unless I make it available for you. Get your book. To receive an ebook of our reading material, inbox us with your email address. Okay. And we will then respond with where you can send your $5 seed to, and then we will send your book over to you right away. Okay. Feel free to email me at info@biancamissblee.com. You can visit the website as well. Now on Clubhouse, the website is right above my head. You can just tap there and it'll take you directly there. On the other platforms, Facebook and YouTube, you can see the information inside of on the screen as well as in the captions. Okay. Um, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram for more information at Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. You can follow me on Facebook. Same, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. Okay. And then YouTube, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. All right. So with that being said, we're going to be back here on tomorrow. Now, stay tuned. When you go, the reason that I gave you my social medias is what I want you to do is go to those socials. Go to those socials and turn on the bell notifications. Turn on all of notifications for the post, for the stories. Turn them on. Turn them on, because when I do make the announcement that I am going live in however long, an hour, I will be live in 15 minutes, whatever the case. Join me. Join me so that we can go through that day's gratitude lesson together. Okay. But if you cannot make it, I totally understand. feel free to catch it on the replay. Okay, it'll always be available for you on the archives in Clubhouse, on the archives on YouTube, as well as Facebook. Okay, that's why I like to simultaneously, air live on those platforms, because it always keeps an archive for me. Okay. Alrighty, you all. So listen, that was part one of the book, The Magic. We read through all of the preliminary messaging and the intros and things like that to get our minds and hearts ready to receive what we're about to embark on. But starting tomorrow and 27 days, consecutive days after that, we will be getting this gratitude thing embedded in us to the point where it becomes our first nature to give thanks, okay? And we will experience a life changing transformation as a result, okay? Alrighty, you all, listen. Um, Again, get your book, get your book, get your book. We're reading through The Magic, which is written by Rhonda Byrne. This is book 3 on the Secret series, okay? Book 3. We have one more book to go, but I am enjoying the journey therein, okay? Alrighty, you all, listen, I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. We will see you back here tomorrow. Go to my pages, stay tuned, turn on those bell notifications, follow, like all of those things so that you won't miss any time that we're coming together. Okay. Alrighty, you all. I love you. Have a great evening. Peace.